This is Byrd. It's the Kirk Byrd Show. We are here with two Brentsville superstars, Will Johnson and Tyler Nix. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the show.
So those that don't know, Brentsville District High School is one of those Prince William County schools that does not get enough love. And that's just because the other schools are just bigger buildings. They're Class 6, and you guys are Class 3, but you're really one of the most successful programs these last couple of years. You made it to the state semifinals against the eventual State Champion Phoebus, and you guys have just been on a roll. A really good program. You got some great players, and you guys yourselves. So, Tyler, if I'm not mistaken, you were the district and region player of the year last year. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's talk about this current season. Tell us a little bit about how things are going. You're 8-1. VA Preps has you, not VA Prep. Max Preps has you as the number 12 team in Class 3. So tell us a little bit about this season. You guys are right back at it.
Yep. Go ahead, Will.
So we started off really good this season. Actually, after last game, we were talking to our coaches, and they think that this might be the first time in school history we started off 9-1 so far, or with the possibility of going 9-1.
Right.
It started in the off season though. I mean, it's been something we've been talking about since basically Phoebus last year. I remember on the bus ride home, and even right after the game, coaches, walking up to me and be like, "Hey, it's your team now."
You've been working from home.
And
Your roommate just took up.
It's been something that we've been thinking about since the end of last season. So we're pumped for sure.
That is great. So let me. So you've only got one loss, but when you look at it, it was the Kettle Run. They're undefeated, and you don't have to worry about them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But is that kind of a rivalry game? You guys aren't that far from each other.
Yeah, very close.
You're not that far. They're just outside of Prince William County. Tell us about that game. And I'll tell you this: I've coached for years. I've coached youth football, middle school football, all types of 7-on-7, and I've had won 2 championships with undefeated seasons. But I get nervous, man. So I actually value. If not a loss, a very close game where I can look and point out things that we need to do better. It kind of resets us, let us know that we're not all that. I can point those things out. And there's nothing wrong with it, taking the L to Kettle Run. But tell us, what do you think about that? And did you learn anything from it?
Tyler, you're up. You got direct traffic, Rusty.
They came out well prepared, well coached. We just never – like our offense, we never got our offense clicking like it normally does. Our defense, we just weren't mentally there that game, and Kettle Run took advantage of that and pounced on us early and just kept it going with us.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they're not a team you have to play again, which I think is key, what Rusty said. So you're going to be taking one game at a time. But what did you learn from the playoffs last year? I mean, you got very far, state semifinals and lost to the state championship. But what did you learn last year from that trip down to Darling Stadium?
I mean, of course, it's one game at a time, but I think we learned a lot. It was a great experience to be a part of with the team, but it's nothing that we can't handle. And of course, we're taking it one game at a time, but I think that I speak for Tyler and I when I say that we're both looking forward to hopefully trying to make it back to play Phoebus again at some point, or whoever that opponent would be. I think we're both looking forward to it.
All right.
So, guys, one thing I don't think our audience knows, and again, we want them to know a little bit more about you. Tell us a little bit about the positions you play, because when I say that Tyler Nix was the district and regional player of the year, a lot of people might think, oh, is he a linebacker, is he a quarterback, is he a running back? But tell us the positions you play and how long have you played those positions, and if you play any other sports.
Right now I am at right guard and then playing interior defensive line. I started playing football with Will back at MPYFL back, I don't know, what were we, 3 or 4?
Yeah, super young
age like that. we've been on the same team ever since, from Little League all the way up till now. After that, we went to the a Fauquier League, like a Fauquier Youth League. And then we played down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably know
Okay.
a few of the Cat Run guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I wanted to bring that up because Tyler is an offensive and defensive lineman. That means he's got to be special, and he didn't do it as a senior; he did it as a junior. So that means a lot of people have respect for your game, and so that I love to see that because although I play a little quarterback, I play running back, linebacker, safety, but one of the things I've always loved when you can just power run the ball or just protect your quarterback. What about you, Will? What positions do you play?
So currently I'm playing strong safety and wide out for my team. And yeah, I started, like Tyler said, back at MPYFL when we were about 3 or 4. And believe it or not, back then Tyler actually played running back, and I was our right guard on the team.
I was going to ask you guys what you played earlier because some guys grow into big guys and there's other guys, that stay. I had a feeling, Tyler, you were a skill player.
Well, believe it, he was still huge as we always laughed about it. He's been huge his entire life, and so like the league that we've always played in, my dad's rule is that he would never put me in a weight controlled league because he always wanted to make sure that I was never going to be afraid to hit someone bigger than me. And so I was always it always ended up being my dad was a coach and Tyler's dad was a coach. So every Oklahoma drill we would do, everything like that was always be me versus Tyler. And he was our running back for a little while, and then we moved to the Fauquier League. He got moved to fullback, and I got moved to halfback.
What if y'all did it at Oklahoma now? Who would win?
We did that actually, or it wasn't in Oklahoma, but I guess it was a version of a hitting drill this year, and I think Tyler would get the best of me.
Tyler, you got about 60 pounds on him, right? Tyler's a little bit bigger, so all right.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good size on me.
Are you both seniors?
Yes,
Juniors.
sir.
Oh,
We're seniors.
You're seniors.
Yeah, you're seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell me, what other you guys play? Any other sports at the school?
So yeah, me and Tyler are actually both members of the varsity wrestling team. We've both been 4-year starters for the wrestling team. We're both all-state wrestlers.
That's a great wrestling program in Brentsville.
Yes, sir, it is. Yeah.
Don't ever get in a fight with a wrestler. Not a good idea.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that is great. And so you guys are have that winning pedigree in football, wrestling, and that school is just doing some great things. And again, I don't know if you watch, we try to rank some of the Prince William County teams, and I have you guys in my top 5 every time. And I said this in the preseason to your coach. I would love for you guys to have a rivalry game every year against Colgan. A home and a home, each back and forth, because the kids, a lot of you even went to the same middle school sometimes, live in some very close neighborhoods, youth sports together, and I just think that would be a great rival. Who is your current rival though? Because I know Manassas Park, they don't have a football team, but were they your rival, or are they your rival in other sports?
I'm probably not in football.
Yeah. I'd say for our football rivalry, like in our district, is probably be Skyline and Front Royal.
Wow. What thought just came to my head is you guys probably spend more time on a bus than any other Northern Virginia team because you're far. Yeah. Where Rusty? I'm not a Prince William. I'm a Loudon guy. Where is Brentsville? It's down
it's off of 28. It's not far from Patriot High School, actually. It's not far from Patriot at all. Yeah, it's off 28 as you head towards Fauquier, and it's not far from Liberty as well.
Oh,
Liberty
okay.
Yeah.
That's man, it's growing out there. That's amazing. Let me ask you guys, that area is new. Where do you guys hang out? Do y'all hang out? Because we used to hang out. We used to go to the mall. We're old. It's like if you watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High, kind of like that. But we love to go to the mall. And you get Rusty, did you get dropped off? I got dropped off in junior high school. Go to the arcade. We didn't have video games, but you guys, I know you got a place where you go, right? Tyler, where's the spot or spots?
Last year, a big spot of us every week. There's a little small taco joint off of Fitzwater called Tejano's. And every Wednesday we'd be in there, and they have a little karaoke night that we'd always participate in. This year, I feel like it's more of we've kind of migrated more into Gainesville. I would say that every week we're at a Red Robin or a Buffalo Wild Wings. Every once in a while we'll stop in a little like a Hector's off of Fitzwater, or one of those small
Mhm.
Oaksville restaurants. But I'd
Yeah,
say we like to spread it out.
I guess. What about cars? Because having a car and muscle cars are in now. Like when we were young kids. Are you guys driving? This will give me a scope into your parents. All right, Will, what are you driving? Is it a '78 Dodge Dart, or what do you got?
So I just got a new car, not by choice, but I was driving a 1991 F-150.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was
All right.
a it was a
That would be
two tone baby blue and white on a 6-inch lift.
blue and
Out living life, but I was on 234 a little while back, and I blew a rod through my engine, so I had to upgrade, and parents wanted me to get something a little bit more reliable, so I'm driving an F-150, but it's a little newer now.
Oh, you got a new F-150. What year
Yeah,
is it?
2012.
I bet the girls like the powder blue one.
They did. Yep, they loved the old baby blue F-150 for sure.
That thing was probably a chick magnet. What, Tyler? Let's get us. Let's see what your parents are like. What are you driving?
I got a 2013 Jeep Wrangler.
Cool.
All right. Now, have you had homecoming? Because every time I look out, people are posting kids. You had homecoming?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Just not this past weekend, but the
Weekend
weekend before.
before.
Where did y'all have it?
So our school actually hosts the homecoming dance.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Rusty. Let's,
Yeah.
let's do this pop
No.
culture.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, let me ask you something. What do you do you have an all-time favorite sports movie that you like, or just what is your favorite movie of all time? Some people your genre could be horror or action. What is your favorite movie? And then is there anything that you're watching or streaming that you like? I know with the pandemic for me, I didn't have time to watch a lot of television, but during the pandemic, I got into Tiger King and I started watching all these shows, Ozark. You guys, are you doing any of that?
I'm not a big like TV, like a binge and watch type of guy. I'm more of like if there's like an interesting movie that looks good, then I'll watch that preferably over a TV show or series such as like that.
Are you watching that
Okay.
streaming or YouTube or how you getting it?
Just off Netflix,
Okay.
something like that, Netflix or Hulu, whatever.
You like documentaries, things like that?
Well, I mean, I've never really seen or gotten into any of them, but the one I just finished up, the Jeffrey Dahmer one, that one was,
Oh yeah, I want to watch
that
that.
was,
Yeah.
I'm watching that now. I'm
Okay.
watching. I'll tell you another one on Netflix, The Watcher. We just finished. I won't say anything else. Just check it out. Seven episodes, but The Watcher. I just finished it yesterday. Very good.
How
Very
about you,
good.
Will?
Okay.
You got a favorite sports movie?
That's hard. I favorite sports movie would probably have to be. I mean, you have to go with the classic, either like Remember the Titans or I really like the movie Radio. It's a little bit older, but Radio's a good
Yeah.
movie.
Have you seen
Um,
Hoosiers?
I'm sorry,
Have you seen Hoosiers?
I have not seen that.
It came out in '86 or '87. It's a basketball movie. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Now, what about streaming?
Yeah.
I just got HBO 2 nights ago, and I'm already finished with season 2 of The Wire 3 nights ago. So I've been watching that, and I fell asleep last night to Snowfall. You have a guilty pleasure there, Will? Maybe say yes to The Dress or 90 Day Fiance.
No, I'm not a huge TV person. Most of the time when I'm watching TV, it's like in the background of doing something. But I feel like a movie that I'm always like up to watch. It's not streaming, but a movie is like Step Brothers.
Oh man, that's
Uh,
good.
That one's a classic. I've had that
Talladega
one.
Nights.
I am.
Yeah, Talladega
Nights.
Nights. That's another great one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. I like that. All right. Um,
All right. Another question we try to ask and just to see what you be thinking, and that is, if you were to be given 5 billion, not million,
With a
not
B,
500,000,
billion.
not 500 million, $5 billion. What do you think you might try to do with it?
So Tyler, after you give your parents $250 million or $2.5 billion, what would you do with the other $2.5 billion?
Well,
What
probably
popped in your
go
mind?
some.
Come on, what popped in your mind? Don't think too much. Just what
The
popped. in your
first thing I would do is go somewhere real nice to eat.
mind? Okay, where would that be? Western
Definitely
Sizzler.
Definitely a steakhouse.
Okay, all right,
Nice steakhouse.
all right, all right. Now, what about? We always hear you put money away and you want to take care of people that. Rusty and I always say you don't want to enable someone with money. So money can be a lot of trouble. But after you do that, if you had fun, are you a car guy? Where would you have cribs? Would you have one in Aspen, Colorado? What do you think, Tyler?
I would have a house in Tennessee. I always wanted to be in like a Tennessee, like a Knoxville area, Nashville, or somewhere around there. I always thought that was pretty nice.
Have you ever been to Gatlinburg?
I haven't actually ever been to Tennessee, but I've always there's off like pictures and stuff like that. It's just it looks very interesting and
To
beautiful.
Tennessee.
I had a brother-in-law who lived in Knoxville for years. He's in Illinois now, but I'll tell you, if you get a chance, they have in Tennessee, not too far from Knoxville, but they have Gatlinburg and that Dollyland, Dollywood. But even if you're never recruited by him, one of the greatest experiences is go to a UT football game.
Yep.
I had a friend that played, Todd Kelly, that played there. I played with in high school, and he left there at all-time sack leader, first-round pick of the 49ers. But the experience of a Tennessee football game is unbelievable. First of all, Neyland Stadium holds 100,000 people, okay? And SEC football is crazy. But I went to a game one time, and I saw him in a bowl game down in Jacksonville. It is so much fun. Their fans get into it. They sing, "No, Rocky Top, oh, Rocky Top." So you mentioned Tennessee, and they're doing great in football right now. But even when they aren't, that's a great environment. So just a little bit of advice. If you want to go to see, that's the closest SEC team I think you can get to. I don't know about South Carolina.
Kentucky's further.
Actually, and South Carolina might be close, but they don't have the tradition. And I mean, go to a Tennessee football game. That's all I got to say. Better than any professional environment ever. All right.
Will, $5 billion.
I got like the angel and devil on my shoulder right now. Part of me is telling me that
I want to hear the devil, man.
I think part of me is telling me I'm gonna put some money away, and
That's the angel. Come on,
I'm gonna be responsible with it. But another part of me is thinking, I'm gonna go buy a plane ticket to wherever I want, somewhere very nice. I don't even know where I'd pick. Probably somewhere in like the Caribbean.
Okay. Have you been to the Caribbean?
When I was younger, when I was really young. So I don't remember much of it, but I just remember it being really nice.
Cool.
I'd probably I'd buy a house. I'd buy houses in lots of places. I'd probably buy one in Colorado, probably one in Aspen, Colorado, one in Florida, one on the West Coast somewhere. My first thing, like my thing I would look forward to most is probably like getting a dream garage.
Oh, cool. All
right. Cool. And so, okay, so let me ask you this then, guys. Where do you see yourself? So we talked about these dreams and your money, the $5 billion. I'll just, first of all, let you know, if I had $5 million, I would buy a professional basketball team. So I'd buy the Wizards from Ted Leonsis, because I think I can get a basketball team for about $2 or $3 billion. Yeah. And then I would, travel like crazy. But let me ask you this. In reality, though, you don't have $5 billion. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Let's go 10. Let's just go 10. So you're both going to be going on 28. All right.
28, I'd probably say have a good job, maybe have hopefully have a wife. If not,
so you want to be married by 28.
Talking about
okay,
planning a future with kids.
Okay,
and just having a successful life, and just basically doing everything I need to be doing to support me, myself, my wife, and whatever future children come into my world. And
In 10 years, I think I see myself settled down with a nice job. I plan on, so when I go to college, I plan on majoring in something like criminal justice or criminology or criminal science, something like that. I want to pursue a career in maybe like the FBI or something along those lines.
Yep.
So
cool.
a job, something along those lines. Hopefully, really hot wife, maybe a kid or two. Settle down a nice house, being able to provide for my family, and if I'm fortunate enough, provide for not just my family that I'm raising, but my whole family. Provide, my mom needs anything, maybe help her out, help my brothers out, help my sisters out. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, that is great. I mean, would you guys, any of you ever be interested in, not necessarily on the college or professional, be interested in any coaching, youth football or middle school sports? Would you ever be interested in doing that?
I'm 100% going to coach my kids' football team.
That's right.
100%. I'm gonna be coaching my son's youth football team. I don't know. I'll probably do something similar to what me and Tyler's dad did. They coached us through youth, and then once we got to middle school, they were like, "All right, we've done all we can for you. You're on your own. You gotta go. Start earning it for yourself. Start proving yourself to everyone."
Right.
So I could see myself doing something along the lines of that.
Great. We really appreciate you taking the time joining us. And look, good luck for the rest of the year. In case you didn't know, Kirk is the bad guy. He actually went to Phoebus High School 100 years ago, but he's a big Phoebus fan.
35 years ago.
Yeah, if you guys meet them in the States, he will probably pick against you, but I'll have your back. I got y'all. Okay.
Appreciate it.
So, but no, really, you guys are doing some great things. You don't understand it now because you're living through it, but you guys are truly not just good athletes, good kids, but you're going to be legends in Brentsville football history. And so you're going to enjoy it now, but it's going to be great for the next. I know for me, the time, and when I had playing football and playing sports in high school, I look back, those are some of my best friends, and we talk about it, and that's why I do what I do right here. So enjoy it. Appreciate it. This is some of the best times of your life, and you're going to do great things going forward. But just enjoy it, and I appreciate you all coming on the show, and we'll try to come out to a game, especially one of these playoff games. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you for having us.
appreciate it.
And if you guys beat Phoebus, I got a reason to be happy about that.
There you go.
Yeah, then you'll be a state championship, and you're probably going to be facing Liberty Christian or the other region with Glass and Salem, I believe it is. So,
Sure.
all right, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks again.
All right.
This has
Thank
You
been
guys having us.
Rusty Byrd, the Kirk Byrd Show with Will Johnson and Tyler Nix of Brentsville District High School. Two great football players and even better student athletes. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks,
Kirk and
guys.